it's very useful to use the curve is not just for running or return to running or cardiovascular conditioning, but also been a really good tool for patients coming post-op with normalizing their gait asymmetries and helping them return to a more normal gait function for basic activities of daily living, or ADLs. One thing that we can do with the curve is that it's very good at amplifying people's gait asymmetries or gait dysfunctions from left to right side, especially if they've come off of weight-bearing limitations, if they've been partial and non-weight-bearing on one side. It takes time for the body to normalize that gait pattern. For normal gait function, we have to move through the sagittal, the transverse, and the frontal planes of movement. But in order to have a balance between those three planes, it's what's going to give us that linear control and that linear propulsion. When we have an imbalance or an asymmetry present, one of those planes is either going to be deficient or amplified. So we can help people regain that normal sensation of feeling, looking at stride width, stride length, and step length, in order to again help normalize that heel contact for symmetrical movement through that walking transition. Common dysfunction that we see with single leg stability, whether it relates to walking or running mechanics, has to do with the ability to bear weight on a single limb. And in order to do that, we have to be able to shift or translate laterally the pelvis over the femur with each step, with each weight bearing. Because of weakness in the deep hip rotators and in the glute med, this can become very difficult for patients, again coming off especially of post-op scenarios or with altered or limited weight bearing capacity. So as we look at Matt, we can see that he has a little bit wider base of support, and he tends to almost waddle or laterally tilt his pelvis over each leg instead of laterally translating in a horizontal manner his pelvis over that leg with single leg stability. So we're going to identify that Matt has a right limb dysfunction where he is not translating his pelvis laterally over his right femur when he's weight bearing in that closed chain single leg stance. So what we can do, we can use this band. I'm going to put the band around his waist, over his hips low. And while you can do this on the motorized treadmill or on firm walking, again, the curve is a unique tool for this because it allows us to, again, amplify the dysfunction with the patients, as well as able to challenge the patient's sense of proprioception and balance. I start with the band slack so that I don't distort Matt's movement too much and he can get used to it. Over a few steps, I gently take up light tension, just a couple pounds of pressure in the band, and Matt's mechanics should start normalizing for a more smooth, even gait pattern. And then I cue him to let his arms swing naturally, to walk strong, to walk tall, and to walk with a smooth, fluid motion. As we do this, we should see his mechanics normalize, and he should start getting improved lateral translation of that pelvis over his femur on the right side. I'm doing that again by encouraging his dysfunction, pulling him towards me, so that he must resist the band and counter by pushing his hips away from me.